Go.
Okay. This is going to be an experiment on two of the ferrites that we actually have in the filter that's used on the MR16. We will actually start off with the first experiment with one of the ferrites. We will scrape off the coating and put in a temporary winding on the ferrite so we can simulate what was actually taking place on the one filter that erupted in the MR16. So we can have some contact with the winding. So as you can see, we've actually scraped off a little bit of the blue coating, which is an insulator to this ferrite that's actually used in the filter. We will actually measure the resistance of this ferrite with the multimeter on my left hand side, and we will look at it between 1/4 of an inch. We are sitting at about 5 kilo ohms, a little over 5 kilo ohms. And now what I am actually going to do is, you will notice that the power supply, we will turn on the power supply and we will adjust the voltage level to 48 volts to what is applied on the MR16. I will actually press an OBP just to limit the current to 10 amps, as what was actually done by Power 1. I will now put it on standby so I don't get electrocuted. We are now going to actually place 1 or 2 turns around this ferrite to be able to get that short that we're looking for. It won't be exactly the same as what is actually taking place in the filter, because it is very difficult to actually simulate 100% the same thing, but we will be able to get an idea of what happens to the ferrite when there is a short between across the voltage, the 48 volt rails. Just give me a few seconds here to get the 2 windings in place. The other side is, where's the other short? Okay, so right now, as you can see, we have 48 volts, actually just put that, 48 volts across the ferrite.
Well, right at the moment there's nothing, right?
No, it's on standby still. I will actually measure the temperature.
So we have a thermocouple hooked up to this meter here.
So right now you're seeing the ambient at 23.5 Celsius. I will actually place the thermal couple right on. Okay, so as you can see right now, the ferrite is actually seeing approximately 25-26 Celsius.
It's probably a little warmer than ambient because you've been handling it.
Correct. Now, again, it's limited, power supply is limited to 10 amps. This experiment will be very quick, but it's to show you what takes place and how quickly they'll, as there's current flow through the ferrite, how quickly it will actually reduce the impedance and come to a short. Okay.
Hold on, let me get lined up so I can see everything.
At the same time, you will actually notice all of the temperature rise. Okay. Ready?
No, I'm not. Can you move your left hand slightly flatter? Okay, I can see everything. Go ahead.
Good? Here we go. Get ready, you're going to see some sparks. See the current is actually increasing.
Read it out, please.
All the way to 10 amps. That's it, just erupted. You can actually see the part actually just erupt into pieces and smoking. Sorry, it was too quick to actually mention what was the current rating at that point. Okay, so you can actually see this experiment, 48. Now the current has dropped to 0 because it's an open circuit. Okay. I'll put putting it back on standby.
Alright, and I think, are we done?
For this experiment, we're done. Part 2 will take place in a few minutes.